Hey guys, welcome back. It's the year 1306. Not a crazy big year for us. We only have our son and our cousin, really, this year. Next year I'm super nervous for because Charlotte becomes our child, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for a child. Like, because then they can actually help around the farm and stuff. And then the year after I'm super nervous for because it's Roland. Roland's our heir, so. Alright, anyway, we're on 1306 right now. Let's get on to it. Okay, so Herman Godfrey for infants, no, 12, 16, or 18. He lives. Lena McAllister for toddlers, no, 4, 8, or 12. She lives. Okay. Percival, our son. 4, 8. Oh no! I jinxed this so bad. I was like, oh, they haven't had any issues really recent. Like, they've been doing so good with their kid roles. No! Oh, this sucks. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay. Dahlia, 4, 8, or 12. You live. Oh, that's so. Oh my gosh. I wasn't a huge, like, Percival. Well, I don't know. He was an infant, but he was. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Fly High. Rakolda. First child in the series. No, 9 or 18. Oh, that sucks. Sorry. Oh my gosh. So actually, she's not gonna be the first child. She's gonna be, unfortunately, not with us anymore. I'm so bummed about Percival. Gosh, I shouldn't have jinxed any of this. I feel like I've been super lucky recently. I'm knocking now because I don't want to jinx it again. Oh, Beatrice. No. Oh my goodness. 2, 6, 11, 13, or 14. I'm gonna have to review. Okay, so you're good. I think this is 10 years. 10 years. I'm gonna move everything else down in a second. 1 and 10 years. So you will become let's see the year. It's 1306 right now. That's what this is. I was like, it's 1305, right? No, it's 1306 now. Oh, that's so much a bummer for Percival. Sorry, I'm so on this. Okay, so how am I gonna do an elder? Or I guess, like, because how they have it here is adult end of life. So I don't think I'll actually turn them into an elder. I think I'm just gonna turn, like, how many years they have left on a D10. So he has 4 years left. That's how I think I'm gonna do it. I just don't want to have to turn them into elders, like, at least not in this stage. I don't think I'm gonna. And maybe I'll turn them into elders later. We'll see. Okay, so 4 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he dies this year. Oh, he dies at the end of this year. Died. That's how we'll do that. I think that's how we'll do it. Anyway. Gosh, that sucks. We have him for another 3 days and then he dies. No. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, there you have it. Let's get into the game. Jeez, that sucks. Okay. I'll see you guys in the game. Time lapse time. Hey guys, so I forgot to take notes / like make a script or whatever. So we're just gonna talk. And they're sad because the cousin died. That's why they're sad, I'm pretty sure. And guys, I had so many issues with the last video. It like deleted, it like permanently deleted. I had to go back in my files. Like, it was crazy. I had to get a file restorer or whatever. It was crazy. Also, I messed up so bad by accident. I had made every single sim get pregnant at the same time without me realizing. And so the amount of babies that are born this episode, astronomical. There is so many babies born, and that's on me. I talk about it, I think, in the next video. Or in the, because I filmed. Guys, your girl's on it. Your girl's on it. She's filming the next one. She's already halfway done. I talk about it in the next one, but I'll talk about it now too. What had happened was I didn't realize, but I was making everyone pregnant on the same date and time, or like relatively the same day and time. So that's why there's so many babies born on the same day. So I may have cheated a little bit. I may have moved a few to the next day they were born, so we would have some variation in days. Also, we almost got struck by lightning. That was nuts. And also, I messed around with the club for a bit, so I can talk more about this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have 1 or 2 sims get pregnant on the same day, and then I'm just going to wait a day. So it's not as, like, back to back on the same day, because that's a little cuckoo bananas. So anyway, I was messing with a bunch of the club stuff. What I had decided to do instead was just add everyone to the club, then remove everyone from the club so we knew them. So if we can't do like a big gathering with everyone, but we can still know them, so we can like invite them places if needed. Anyway, so bunch of me just talking. Also, guys, I hope you understand it's really hard to talk for like half an hour straight. It's realistically like 25 minutes, but it's a lot of talking. See, when I say so many babies, I mean so many babies, and only one of them died. It was crazy. Anyway, so we have a few plot points in this episode, but I can't remember when they happened, so I should probably have reviewed this footage more than I had. And then I said, well, let's just record. Let's just see where we go. So Percival dies this episode. I dropped some hints in the last one without trying to give it too much away, but I was like, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make it. I don't know. Oh, I also did find some beds, but I realized they're the same quality as the bed we have right now, so it's the same discomfort and stress relief or whatever, anyway, it's the same in every regard, so it's just like it looks visually different. And so I said, let's just not change anything. Let's just not do it. And that baby, I think, is when I decide to switch to the next day, because I just couldn't have them all born on the same day. It's crazy. I did it I already filmed. Guys, again, your girl's on top of pre-recording. I already filmed it, and there was so many birthdays, it was nuts. Anyway, so, I'm implementing my new strat today. I'm just doing 1 pregnancy at a time. I'm not gonna mess with this anymore, because so many babies, dude, so many. At least we'll have like intermingling. We'll be able to marry into a bunch of families as well. Anyway, so today, honestly, I mess a lot with the club and the sheet, the document, a lot. A lot. I focus a lot on like the marriages and baby counts, because again, I realized how many babies there's gonna be so many, and also they're gonna have to marry into families. It's gonna be a little crazy. I'm gonna try to keep track of everything. My favorite thing to do ever of all time is to just click through the family echo. I think it's so cool. I love doing it. I hope you guys like it too, because I try to put a lot of work into it. I'm gonna try to put a bunch of bios into my like all the bios in for each character or each sim. Anyway, and so to just get back into the story, we know Wymond is his fave. We know it. the whole time. Okay, do we remember Vivian Baudelaire? I also I didn't buy anything. I got a bunch of new CC, and I was gonna switch her outfit, but then I said no. And so I just went through and changed a bunch of her outfits, and then it put me in the wrong house. It sucked. Anyway, we remember Vivian Baudelaire, do we not? We remember her. She said her house was bad. So guess what happens? Ro comes out and says, hey, you're here. Like, why are you here? And she says, I've been wanting to meet with you alone for a while. I know what you did. I watched you cheat on your wife, and I watched you kill your daughter. So if you want to keep this on the low, you're gonna do something for me. Because your wife is right. I am living in the same situation as you, but I've realized you have a lot more money you're sitting on than I've realized before. Although you're living in squalor, you have a cow. We don't have a cow. You bought a lute for 500 simoleons. I don't have that. So for me to keep quiet about what you did to your child and your wife, you're going to pay me a sum. You're going to pay me 100 simoleons every year, starting next year, because I forgot to do it this year. And he's like, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't. And she says, try me. And he's not going to try her. Oh no. I'm sorry. I should have turned on my phone. That sucked. I'm not going to re-record this. And so obviously, he's not going to check her bluff. He's not going to... He's going to give her the money. Are you kidding me? He's going to do it. But he doesn't know how he's going to get it by Amis. Because, honestly, Vivian is right. Like, they truly have been doing well for themselves in this new predicament. Not as well as he used to live. And also just, this guy is delivering the news of Malsindi. This guy, his name is R. Balaji. He is the brother of Edwin. So anyway, he just went to say, she's dead. I'm really sorry for her loss. That sucks. And he's devastated because Malsindi was the only sibling that he... Oh, also baby. This baby's name is Irene Dubois, and she lives, and she is so cute. I love her. Anyway, he was like, she's my sister, and she was the only one that I actually got along with, and she still talked to me after. We met once or twice after I was kicked out, but I knew she loved me, and I loved her, and I would always have her back if she needed me to have it. And he's really sad because, again, who is gonna take the children if he dies? I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess it's gonna have to be Goss. We're gonna see where this goes. I'm not gonna want though. I don't want them to die. I really don't. I really like Amis and Roll. I know I bash on Roll a lot. I love him. I think he's such a cool character, even though he's a horrible person. I think that's the other thing. Good characters aren't always likable. Okay, anyway, circling back to the Vivian thing, he's gonna do it. He's gonna pay her the money, but how is he gonna get by Amis? Because, again, they have been doing very well. Again, so many babies. They have enough for their daughters to have suitors, to have a dowry, and to, hopefully have a better life than he does. But he has to start giving 100 simoleons every year. So he is gonna start doing side gigs, like half the fish he gets and half the meat he hunts he's gonna sell, so he can hopefully try to make it up before Amis even knows that the money exists. So we will see. We'll see. Next year is Charlotte's birthday, and guys, we have been so on top of it. Charlotte has maxed all her skills except for the potty training skill, but we're just gonna ignore it. Because in my head she's maxed everything. The only reason why Roland has maxed everything, he maxes everything in this episode, like including the potty training, is because he's independent and Amis doesn't have to sit and yeah. I don't think I can do it. It's the same with laundry. I want to put laundry on the map, but I don't know if we could do it, and I don't know if I'd have the time to realistically do it. Like, because Amis is constantly about to pass out. I have to cheat it a lot for the story, you know? Anyway. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is Wyman is so jealous of Roll. He hates Roland. Like, I was gonna make him best friends with Roland. No. Like I was saying in the last episode, no prize for second son. Truly. And he has the aggressive trait, and I think I'm gonna, like, lean into that. Because I think Wyman takes after the grandfather in that way, where he's kind of deceitful, kind of angry, he has a way with words, and he's kind of deceitful, and he's a charmer in the game, so I think that's really cutest baby ever. Also, I wanted to keep the little thing, so I went with that, because I think the bow is too modern. Anyway, he's kind of deceitful, and he's a charmer. Like, that's his toddler trait, and I think that's perfect, because when he grows up, I'm gonna make him like an evil Sim. I want it so bad. But he's so cunning, and he already has his father's support, so it doesn't really matter what he does. And Goss doesn't realize it, but he is becoming, or sorry, not Goss. Roll is not realizing he's becoming his father, Goss, because that is exactly what he did with his second son, Goss II, where he would just blindly follow whatever he said. And although he's a toddler, and although it's not, like, that relevant yet, I see this road that Wyman's going down. And obviously, like, he goes and bites Roland all the time, or, like, kicks him and stuff, because he has the aggressive trait, like, autonomously, but it's only Roland he does it to. And he does it sometimes to Amis, too, so I'm like, oh, whoa. Also, if that comes to the door, I just wanted to do something conclusive, saying, like, if that comes to the door, Wyman answers, and if that's just like, honestly, I don't really know what you're talking about, Joya seems happy in her relationship with Gus. I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'm sorry that you had to make up lies about your brother for my concern. And Goss is like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this all day. Yesterday it was Roland. Roll, he's like, I don't know where you heard this. I'm assuming Goss said that I'm a liar and that I'm a deceitful person. I just want you to know, be careful of him and what he'll do, because he will do it. And so then Yvette's like, you're crazy. And then she leaves. But anyway, so Wyman, that's the road I want Wyman to go down, I think, which is, like, bad, but I want it so bad. I think he would be such a good, like, cunning, deceitful person. Maybe he gets in contact with Goss, both the first and the second. Maybe he does something to his father, to Roland, because he wants the title. Because the other thing with this is, I realized if Goss the second dies and Goss the third also dies, I think technically the title would go to Francis, but after Francis, it goes back to Roll. And if Roland's, dead, it would go to Roland. So, I'm just saying, maybe we could have a storyline with Wyman. Again, this is all very circumstantial if all these people die, because there's, like, 3 people that have to die before Roland gets it. And I don't want to play as a rich Sim yet. I kind of want to work our way up. I want to play a few generations as, like, poor people. So anyway, just a side plot, and maybe Wyman swoops in and takes the title if it does get down there. Also, Percival has died. I'm gonna say it's, like, a disease or something, that he got sick, because I don't really want it to be one of those other things where where it turns into another story. I think Percival just got sick in the night, and he was dead by morning. No one knew, no one could do anything about it, and it's horrible. And I think we'll also, I also feel like somewhere in the rules it says I have to go to church, and I haven't been. At the very minimum, we'll do some sort of funeral thing for Percival in the next year, I'm pretty sure I did one. Yes, I did. Anyway, also, Amisa's pregnant. I was gonna give her the year off. I was gonna let her clock out for a bit, but the Sims had other plans. But after this baby, she has one more baby. Role, at least, which isn't guaranteed to have a child. But I'm kind of hoping for another boy, because I really liked having 2 heirs, like 2 extra heirs after Roland, because truly it's a little scary only having one. But anyway, I think also playing like with Wyman would be super fun. Anyways, so yeah, now we have to start paying some dues to this woman, because she knows all. And also, she got one of those mastery perk things where it gives her physical muscle for working mental skills, but she doesn't have mental skills. Like, she cooks and parents and gardens. I don't know what consists of that. Also, I love this sweeping mod. It's so cool. Anyway, so she has also been learning how to read. She has been, and she started teaching Charlotte. She did, I think that's way before, if I'm being honest, I think I did this way before. And I just am now talking about it, but there's a clip where she sits down and she reads to Charlotte, and I think that's so cute. I think it's so cute. I love that kind of perspective we're taking about it. So many kids, guys, so many. Also, I should put somewhere that the family Echo definitely spoils. I should do that. That's super smart of me. I'm gonna put that in the descriptions of the videos from now on, because I've realized that I update them as I'm playing, and some of the videos are not out yet. Also, guess who comes to the door? Sif. And Sif, they fully are flirting in front of the house, and guess who also comes by? Osbert Carpenter. Sorry, I forgot his last name. And he starts flirting with Sif too. And Aurora is like, oh my goodness, I'm not the only person she does this with. And so he feels less special, and that's all he wants, is to feel special. And that's what the relationship with Sif and him was. He felt special in a time where he felt like a failure, right? Anyway, and so he's like, oh my goodness, I'm not the only one that Sif is doing this with, so why am I even doing it, you know? And even though he had the realization before, he was like, listen, I need to be better with it, you know? I need to be better. But him seeing it happen with someone else, it just, lit a fire under his behind, and he's just not gonna do the Sif stuff anymore. He's not gonna do it. And also, I can't remember if, I think it's after. There is so many babies. I'm so real. Also, I'm so happy for the Yorks, because they had a lot of stillbirths, or they just had a lot of babies that didn't survive in a row. I guess it was 2, but it felt like a lot to me. And then they had Agnes and then twins. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I think it happens a little later, but she sits down and she talks to Roel and says, hey, listen, I think we've had some issues between the 2 of us, but I just need you to know, I'm your wife. I'm the one you need to come back to. I had your children. You gave everything up for me, which I'm sorry if you have some sort of resentful feelings for. I'm your wife, okay? So I need you to come back to me and stop your foolishness, if there is any foolishness occurring. And Roel is like, does she know? Does she know that I have been fooling around? And she doesn't, but she has a feeling, because she has the best intuition of any sim story that I've ever had. Anyway, and so after they've come to this agreement, guess who she goes and sees? She goes and sees Civ, because Civ has been asking her to come by for a year now, like a full year. And Civ says, me and your husband have had some happenings. We have had some things, but I want you to know it was fully him. I felt I did it, and it was a momentary lapse of judgment, but it was him who did it. And that's the cliffhanger. And the end of it was Ami's crying into her hands. So now she knows from Civ. So I don't know what to happen. Oh, guys, now we're doing birthdays. I was so overwhelmed doing this. I had to start with the infants because there's so many infants. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, birthdays this year. Holy fart. So, Wolfstan and Weimark York they were born. Manfred and Mauve Fraser were born and became infants. An unnamed Baudelaire was born but unfortunately died. Grace Shaw was born and became an infant. Irene Dubois was born and became an infant. Guys, I'm serious. This is like, it's gonna take the rest of this video to go through everyone. Lattice Belcott was born and became an infant. Rose Blangerie was born and became an infant. Goss the third of his name, was born and became an infant. Herman Godfrey became an infant. Lena McAllister became a toddler. Percival Dubois unfortunately died. Delia Dubois became a toddler, and Ricolda Godfrey died. Beatrice Baudelaire became a young adult, and Thomas Blangerie got his final role. Okay, I think that's everyone. I hope so. So many babies in a row. I am gonna learn from my mistakes and never do that again and have so many babies happen in a row, because that was nuts. It was nuts. I was so overwhelmed aging up everyone. It was crazy. But I don't know, I'm kind of I think ideally it won't happen so much in waves, because I think this is gonna make me want to wait a few years before I have another big wave, but ideally I would just spread it out, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Herman is such a cute baby. Guys, I love The Sims. Can you tell? I love The Sims. The whole franchise. The other thing I wanted to kind of talk about with my last 3 minutes is I have another Sim save that's 19 generations. And I was gonna finish playing up until the 20th generation and then start maybe a Let's Play. And then I could do a recap video for all the generations before, because I have been keeping a family tree. And not a very detailed one, because I started it, I think, around generation 10. And after around 10 generations, the Sim deletes, the game, The Sims 4 at least, deletes the people that you aren't actively playing. So the siblings family, they're gone. Anyway, I've been better though within the recent generations. So, oh sorry, I keep hitting my water bottle. I want to see what the vibes for that would be. And I think if we get to the 20th generation, I'll start the Very Veggie challenge which is Little Simpsy's new Generations Legacy challenge. And here's my thing also, guys. I am a short lifespan girl till the day I die. This is really hard for me because I feel like it goes on forever, but I also like this more because I have more time for storytelling. But my other save is short lifespan, and I love my save. My 20 generation house, or I guess 19, is my favorite. It's my pride and joy. The backups I have, 1 billion. Would be devastated. Anyway, so I just want to see where we land with that, because I would like to try to implement that save in as well, because I know I know like right now, this is all I've been uploading. And I do think I want to diversify it a little bit because I would like to bring that save in too, because I've been playing that for a long time. But anyway, the other idea too was play some Sims Medieval and also some Sims 3 and Sims 2 maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below how we're thinking about that, because obviously the save honestly, Ultimate Decades will take priority over all those ideas, but just let me know because I love some good input. Yeah. Anyway, the rest of this is me just updating that family tree. It took me a while, actually. I'm also trying to get every sim I have in the save file on this family tree eventually. So we will see how long that takes, because I've been taking screenshots of every single sim. Anyway, I love you guys lots, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay.